Hi everyone, I'm Brooke. Today I'm going to show you how I do my eyebrows, and this is actually my first tutorial video, so I'm really excited. Bear with me if everything's not like amazing. I'm still learning. So if you want to see how I achieve this look with my eyebrows, then please continue watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown, and I'm going to use the spoolie side. It comes with a nice little spoolie to brush your brows, and I'm just going to brush them upwards and outwards. Okay, then I'm going to take the crayon end of my Brow Wiz, and I'm just going to kind of follow the bottom line of my natural brow and just kind of connect that to my arch. So just right at the bottom, and just work it out and feather it out. So the Brow Wiz is kind of acting as my outline for my brow, and then I'm going to go back in and fill in with the dip brow. So once I feel pretty good about that bottom line that's kind of forming my arch, I'm going to just recreate that on top and follow it in, kind of going by the top of, see, my brow hairs kind of grow up in the front. Not everyone's does that, but I try to keep the top of my brow like somewhere around the top of that or below it. I don't want to go beyond because then it's just going to look kind of crazy. So just draw from here. And then I'm kind of rounding it off as I get to my arch. So I'm starting to bend that around. And then this, I just want to like meet to make the tail. Okay, so once I'm kind of happy with that, so I'm going to continue on the other side. Okay, so once you kind of have your outline completed, you're done with the Brow Wiz, at least for now. I might go back to it later, we'll see. So now I'm going to take my dip brow in medium brown. Okay. So Anastasia sells a brush that goes with the dip brow. It's $18 and you can buy it at Sephora. I didn't feel like I needed to buy that brush, so I went to Walmart and I got this Lab 2 eyebrow eyeshadow angled brush, and I think it works just fine. But if you want to get the Anastasia brush, you can, but really any small angle brush will do the job. So with the dip brow, a little product goes a long way, and I really mean that. So like I use the tiniest little like pea size, doesn't even really, it's like, can you see, it's like tiny. It's like a teeny tiny amount. And I kind of use my hand as my palette because I don't want to like pile this product on. So I like to kind of like thin it around on my hand and then kind of pick up product from there, from my little palette. That way I don't overuse product, and you know, if I need to add more, I can. So I'm just gonna dip my Lab 2 brush in my dip brow and begin to fill in my outline. So I always leave the front of my brow bare until the end, and then I decide there if I want to fill it in with a shadow, if I want to kind of do like an ombre brow, or if I want something more dramatic, and then I decide then. So just like, I tend to go over my Brow Wiz line with the dip brow and then fill in from there. You don't have to do that. You can just use your Brow Wiz line as your guide. I feel like the Brow Wiz isn't quite as pigmented as the dip brow is. Just kind of like feather the product in so it's, you know, gives it the look of like hair instead of just being all like painted in. So wherever like I'm filling in that doesn't have hair, I really make sure that I get that spot like filled in, but not too clumpy, just enough so it looks like there's actually hair there like the rest of my eyebrows, because I'm faking it. So then I just like feather it out into the tail. Really define that arch, nice and clean. So once I'm happy with my arch and the main part of the brow, that's when I go into the front part. And generally I just like wipe off a little product from the brush and then go back in an upward motion, very light, like barely touching the skin, just to feather in a little bit of product without it being too severe. I really want that natural gradient effect. So then for the very tip, and just so I can kind of cheat out my eyebrow line a little bit more, I turn my brush upwards and downwards and then just kind of like paint in hairs. It really creates like the look of real hair when you do it that way, as opposed to like just filling it in. See that? Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. So I already have my brow wiz line. I'm gonna kind of just go over that with the dip brow. Got a little heavy there. Ooh. Ooh. The stuff is serious. So like I said, really make sure like use a tiny bit, spread it out on your hand so it's not all clumpy and so it's nice and thin. Just pick up a little product at a time and like brush it out on your hand. Diffuse it. It's intense. This stuff is amazing. So again, avoiding the front of the brow, saving that for last. Getting my arch really defined. We're getting there. All right, so feeling pretty good about this brow so far. Okay, now once I have everything like pretty much laid down, I just like check for accuracy and evenness and symmetry and all that jazz, just so I don't like have one eyebrow that's like all up and crazy and the other one's like sad on this side. So let's see. They're looking pretty good. Okay, so once you're happy with your brow shape, you feel like it looks good, I like to take either a concealer of your choice, a brow pencil. Anastasia makes one that I've heard is great, or today I'm going to be dipping into my Kat Von D eye contour palette, and I'm just going to take the lightest color in there and just go under my brow just to really pop it. So just in like a patting motion, I'm going to highlight under my brow. There you go. Really pops. So I'm just going to tap off my fallout and just go right underneath the brow and just like a patting motion. Okay, so brows are done. A couple things I forgot to mention in the video. If you are interested in purchasing Anastasia's Brow Wiz or Dip Brow, just a couple little facts. The Brow Wiz comes with 0.003 grams of product, and it is $21 at Sephora, while the Dip Brow comes with, I think it's 0.14 grams of product, and I did the math, that's 46 times the amount of product, and at $18 you can't really beat that. You can definitely use one product or the other. You don't have to have both. Me personally, because the Dip Brow lasts me so long, and using that in addition to the Brow Wiz, it extends the life of the Brow Wiz as well, so I feel like I'm getting a ton of product for my money and it lasts me a really long time. So my recommendations are to buy both, but if you're gonna just do one for the money, I would definitely say go with the Dip Brow. It'll last you a really long time at $18. Can't go wrong with that. So hope you all enjoyed my video. It's been so much fun, and I'm gonna do some new eye looks soon, so I hope you'll tune in and watch those with me. Thanks.